Once upon a time there was a king and a queen. The queen had wanted a child for a very long time, but couldn't have one. One day, the miracle finally happened, and all the bells in the kingdom started ringing to announce the birth of a young princess. The king and the queen organized a huge celebration for the little girl's christening. All the 7 fairy godmothers arrived to the royal party to give the little angel their gifts. As they were special Jews, the royal family had prepared a gift for each of them. Laid on the table in front of each of the godmothers was a gold case containing a knife, fork, and spoon, all made of pure gold and set with rubies and diamonds.
As the guests were enjoying the celebration, the door opened with a crash. It was an old humpbacked fairy wearing black rags. The king immediately ordered to bring her gold tableware, but he couldn't give her a gold case because he had only had 7 of them left. The old woman thought that they didn't respect her enough and hissed some curse towards the newborn. Luckily, sitting next to her was a young and a very thirsty fairy who noticed how fiercely the old woman was looking toward the baby. When the fairies left the table, she hurried to hide herself behind the curtains.
Soon the fairies gathered around the baby, and one after another started giving their gift in the form of a spell. The youngest of them wished for the princess to grow beautiful. The next one wished for the princess to have a keen and generous soul. The third was for the princess to do everything with grace. The fourth wished for the girl to dance as light as a feather. That fifth one wished,
"May she sing like a bird."
And the sixth time,
"May she play all musical instruments beautifully."
Next it was the old fairy, and she leaned over the child.
May you have your hand pierced with the spangle and be of the world.
When she said her treble spell, she grinned, showing her ugly yellow teeth. At that moment, the wise fairy godmother, who had been hiding behind the curtains, came out and sighed.
"Calm down, everyone. The princess won't die, but she will fall a deep and long sleep, which will last for 100 years. And when that period ends, a young prince will come and wake her up."
When she saw that she was tricked, the old woman ran away crying because she couldn't do any more harm. To avoid his daughter pricked the finger, the king went out and ordered that a woman who owned or used a spindle to be hanged. 15 or 16 years passed and nothing happened. But one day the young prince was wandered around the castle and noticed something very close while climbing up the tower. In a small room there was an old lady spinning her spindle.
"What are you doing, madam?"
The prince asked, and the old woman replied,
"I'm spinning, your highness."
The prince found the active really interesting, decided to try it.
But as soon as she took the spoon, the ant pointed the princess' finger and she fainted on the floor. The old lady cried out for help. In a moment, help came and they tried to revive her. Someone sprinkled her face with water. Another loosened her clothes. A tried massaged her arms. But despite all his, the princess lay still. The king arrived and at the sight of his daughter remembered the old fair godmother spell. The time had come and the king ordered the princess to be laid on a bed emerald with gold and silver. As she slept, her beauty remained vivid and she looked like an angel. The persecuted fairy godmother that had saved the grave was told what had happened. He rose her to raise the kingdom as fast as possible because she was clever 1,000 miles away.
Soldiers, and even the princess, small, popular, and swift. Then the king and the queen with their square, kissed their child and gave the orders that no one shall approach the castle. In less than 15 minutes, thick and dark woods and bushes grew before the eyes of the king and the queen. No one should see the castle, and even if they saw it, no one would have the chance to enter.
The years passed, and the king and the queen passed away. The kingdom was tired, and not a single sound could be heard from its hall and the chambers. The princess was tired sleeping. One day, 100 years later, a young prince was passing by the enchanted wood when he suddenly saw something he had never seen before. Through the tears he could see towers. He asked a passer-by what they were.
I am not sure, my lord, but I remember that my father once told me a story about the most beautiful prince in the world, who was cursed to fall into a deep sleep for 100 years. One prince has been chosen to be the only one who can wake her up.
At the news, the brave prince went into the wood and fought for a long time with branches and roots. As soon as he got past one tree, the wood would close up behind him. He found discouraged but spurred himself on with the thought that he might be the chosen prince from the story. The prince finally reached the castle. He was shocked to see people sleeping everywhere. Judging by their clothes, they had been there for a century.
He didn't give up and started searching the rooms one after another until he finally found her. A 15 or 16 years old princess was lying in a bed. The prince went to the bed and kissed the princess. She opened her beautiful eyes and smiled at him.
I have been waiting for you to come.
She said, "What took you so long?" Everyone else in the kingdom woke up at the same time. They all went back to work. The prince and the princess organized a lavish wedding and invited the whole kingdom to it. There was food and drinks for everyone. The brave prince married the beautiful princess and they both lived happily ever after.